Hello, my name is Johan and this is the Advanced Interactive Media Development Coursework 1 Work in Progress video. As you can see here, this is the Padlet I had made for this implementation of the coursework. These will be the characters that we will be using, and starting with Liam, Stephanie, Eve, Regina, Malcolm, James, Joseph and Jeremy. James here is the character that we will be using as the main character, and we will be using to interact with all the other shown characters. Now for the storyline, James walks into a famous cafe called Central Perks and wants to get autographs from all his favorite actors who visit and work at the cafe as customers and employees to raise funds for the annual charities. Jasper first needs to approach the cashier to place an order, and once James buys a coffee and a burger or whatever meal, then the cashier will let James know that there is this challenge roaming about, that if James collects every actor's autograph, James will win a final prize at the end, where a group picture, which is a group picture with every actor present, seated on this famous orange couch. Then there is always a catch, as not all of them are friendly and are willing to give autographs in the first interaction. James will always have to persuade certain characters to give an autograph after he completes certain requests, to earn their trust and see whether he is a true and loyal fan. After James has interacted with the cashier, James now has several options to choose from and interact with either character and get their autographs by fulfilling their individual requests. Afterwards, he has to return back to the cashier with the autographs and receive the final award. These are the requests that have been set so far, and the first request is from the cashier, where the cashier will ask the user or James to get each customer or employee to give a good review on the cafe website, and the chef, and to get an autograph from the chef, you have to compliment her cooking after you have finished a meal or after you have paid for a meal. Then you have to pay your waiter a sufficient tip so that she will know that you appreciate her service and give you an autograph as well. Next, you will be able to interact with two musicians, one of them who plays the piano and another one will be playing the guitar, where Malcolm is the one playing the piano, Regina is the one playing the guitar. If you request more than 3 songs from Malcolm, you are eligible to get an autograph from him, but to get one from Regina, you have to suggest a song by yourself. Next is a police officer who is a new customer to this cafe, and he was currently busy, and when you start to interact with him, you interrupt him in an important stressful phone call, and the best way to get an autograph in that situation is to apologize and to buy him food, buy him something to eat after whatever that has happened. And last but not least, we have a comedian, where if you go and find him and if you speak to him and in the end you ask him to tell you a few jokes and you suggest a few jokes of your own, he will be satisfied and he will be wanting to give you his autograph. And as the game progresses, once James has collected all the autographs, like I said earlier, he can go to the cashier and collect finally get his dream photo with all his favorite actors and people that he wanted to get autographs from in the first place. And now I want to show you the animations that I used for this coursework. And for Liam, I have been using, for most of these characters, I have been using similar animations such as the idle talking and the autograph signing animation, where the other characters will have an animation of either writing or a signing animation. So for Liam, there will be a surprise and happy animation as he's the cashier, and Stephanie, who's the chef, she will be having a cooking animation, Eve would be having a walking and a serving animation as she is the waiter. Regina is a musician who plays the guitar, so she will have a guitar playing animation. And Malcolm, who is the musician who plays the piano, he will have sitting idle animation and as well as a piano playing animation. Next is James. Like I said earlier, the main character. He will be having a very similar animations such as idle, talking, walking, collecting the autograph from the other characters' animations, and then a happy animation to express his emotion. Finally, then we have Joseph, the police officer. Like I said earlier, when you come across that situation in the game, you will be able to see several animations like similar ones like idle, talking, and as well as also the talking on the phone animation as well, and an annoyed animation, and an eating animation, and a happy animation. And finally, we have Jeremy. He is the comedian, and he will be just seated down, relaxing. And once you meet him, you will be able to see that he will be having a seated idle animation, a seated talking animation, a laughing animation, as well as a autograph signing animation. And next, I would like to show you my motion builder, where I have imported Jeremy fully, and I have fully followed the tutorial 3, which is the Mixamo tutorial, and I have characterized him properly and set the control rigs properly, and I've also set Jeremy onto the plane properly, where if the plane moves, his feet moves, as you can see. Then I would like to play to you one of the animations, which is normal seated idle animation. As you can see, it's blended within 2 different animations, and it works just as fine and just as smooth. Next, I would like to show you the talking animation. These were the current animations that are available on Mixamo, as well as I will be using future animations taken from the Kinect device itself. Next, I would like to show you my Unity interface, where I have already imported Mia from tutorial 1 to 3, and as well as Malcolm from the Mixamo tutorial, and I have completed all of these tutorials. And I have also imported Jeremy from my project, from my motion builder project, and I have successfully set the rigs animation type as humanoid, and created set the animation compression off, and then successfully set the root motion node as the control reference that was selected in motion builder. This is done for basically all the animations that have been imported of Jeremy's. And I have also created an animator controller, where I have set all these animations to be played one after the other. This will be looped, and now it's time to show you what it looks like. As you can see, as when this started, Mia, all the things that I have followed in the tutorials are working perfectly, as well as Malcolm. He's in his first idle pose. He's subtly moving if you don't really see it, but as you can see, Jeremy is going through all his motions and animations a lot, and it's all working fine. As you can see, there is no movement in the foot plane either, similar to Malcolm. It's all steadily fixed into the plane, and it's the same with Mia. So that is all for my work in progress video. I thank you for watching, and I hope you will give me a very useful and constructive criticism on